Okay, hey guys, and welcome back to another collection update of the room. This is the last video I'll have the full figures in this room because I'm got to start moving out soon. So I just thought before I finish the stuff, I'll give a view of the room and the updates to the collection that I've been given. So we'll start down here. The majority of the shelf is pretty much the same as it was back in September and October, with the Master Chief and the figures from the original trilogy, but actually I added Mace Windu to it because he's an awesome character. And behind there I have the die-cast TIE Fighter and X-Wing along with some graphic novels. I started reading a bit of DC comics throughout the year, so because I got into Batman, noticed by my channel. Back there, the Funko Pops. There's a bit of I've shuffled them around a little bit because I've added Ariel and Agent Carter to the shelves. I really like the TV series Agent Carter, as well as her appearance in Captain America: The First Avenger, so thought why not get that to add to it. And then I just bought Ariel just to give Belle a little buddy there. And we come back up to the top. This is the big change since September, is the Force Awakens collection. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than it was the last time I showed it off. I've added so many to it. I've added like Snow Troopers, Captain Phasma, Flame Troopers, General Hux, Unmasked Ren, and then further along here it's pretty much the same. Some of the figures were transferred from the table down in the corner, 3PO and R2 included. And at the end we have more Funko Pops, Pop Vinyls or whatever they are called, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just pushing my chair in their way there. So we got Wonder Woman, it's the Batman from the Dark Knight, 60s Catwoman, I think that's the Julie Newmar variant, and Heath Ledger's Joker, and Robocop's the same there. And down the back we have Funko Pops of Finn, Rey and Poe Dameron, as well as the die-cast Rey and Finn with BB-8 there, and Poe being there. And down here I've started having a mini Star Wars Rebels collection because I never really got back into collecting them since The Force Awakens came out till just recently. So I got Vader, Ahsoka and Rex. So I would have added them to my shelf at home if I hadn't given up my room. Well, been forced to, but given up my room. But as you see, Xbox, that's all the same. And my movie collection, that's grown a lot since I moved in, because there's movies that came out in cinema, such as Daddy's Home with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. And of course, The Force Awakens and The Hateful Eight. Both really good movies. As you can see, I've got The Force Awakens twice. I've got it on DVD down there, and that's the Dark Side sleeve on Blu-ray up there. And with the movies, I've added more to my Batman movie collection, including the 60s Batman movie and the anthology, which includes the Michael Keaton films, the Val Kilmer Batman from Batman Forever, which is not so good, and the terrible Batman and Robin with George Clooney. And then up the top I've also added Superman to the collection with Man of Steel and the 5 movies beforehand, which only 3 of them are good. And the DVD collection's already the same as well, just been having more added to it. And something else I did here during the year was I was allowed to do this because these are damage free. As I installed this light above there to sort of shine over these figures. It's not, as you see, it's not so good during the day, but usually at night when I'm watching my movies, I have the blind shut, I have them on, and it just illuminates the figures on just all of these figures down here, and it's a really good one to do. You can get these for £1 from Poundland, so you're getting, it's alright there for your money. Of course they break quite easy, as you can see it's cracked there, but it works and that's what matters. And then also down the back there I've got my Xbox games collection, which has gone up a lot since I moved in, because when I moved in I only had Batman Arkham Knight, GTA 5, Wolfenstein The New Order, Halo Master Chief Collection and Minecraft. But I've added Alien Isolation, Star Wars Battlefront, Halo 5 and Dragon Age Inquisition, as well as some 360s, including The Force Unleashed, which was added to the backward compatibility recently on May the 4th. And then coming down to the bedside table area, as you can see there's been massive changes around here. So far I've added some more Star Wars diecast from the Disney store, including Phasma, Ren, and a First Order Stormtrooper, as well as some DC collectibles, including Catwoman at the end there, Batman from the Arkham Knight video game there, and Harley Quinn, which I did a review of, as well as Wonder Woman, which also had a review given of it. And there's some more Funko Pops back there of Vader, Bosk, Kylo Ren and Boba Fett. And of course the rest of the table's pretty much the same. And then underneath is where I put the Terminator figures from the retro style action figures line. I never really got back into this when I moved into halls because I kind of had most of them I could get. The only really addition there's been is the T2 T800 from Terminator 2. I did also install a light under here as well, but I've just be careful just not to hit anything. You can see it's not really shining up very well because the battery in that one's going down. So as you can see, that would illuminate if the battery wasn't going down. So that is the Terminator retro action figure collection. And then of course the posters, they're all pretty much the same as they were last time. And the Princess Leia standee or cardboard cutout is still there. After all these months, it's there, still standing. And these things here I got, these were in the Star Wars combo pack that you could get at the cinemas when Force Awakens was in theatres. I got this one, this BB-8 one with a tin. I've got two down here as well where I keep my video game controllers. I have a Force Awakens one with BB-8 there, and the other one is from Deadpool. I do have a third one, but that's at home, and that's the Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. But these were really good cups and worth getting, so I've got them in my little collection there. Because I've been going to the cinema a lot more lately because Empire Cinemas do their Save a Day Tuesday, and I've ended up just going to see random films throughout time, including I went to see Daddy's Home with Will Ferrell and Wahlberg in. That's why I got it up there on DVD. And also saw the Dad's Army movie from this year with Toby Jones and Bill Nye and others, including Pride and Prejudice and Zombies and Captain America Civil War. And finally up here is the comic book collection. I'm probably not going to get that down because it's really heavy, but there's loads in... Actually, wait a second, I will. Actually, I can do this by just putting the camera down. Sorry about this. There, I'll just put it on my bed. So that's my comic book collection. It's been updated a lot since I last checked. There was Free Comic Book Day, that was here in the UK. I think it was in the US as well a few weeks back. It was definitely worth going up to Newcastle to get some of these from Forbidden Planet. Just got the covers for them. I recently went back to another Comic Con and I met David Prowse again. So I got a personal signed photo from him. I showed this one off already. I also got a pre-signed Julian Glover photo of General Veers. As you see, it's the same as my Kenneth Colley certificate of authenticity. This one you've seen, Claudia Wells that was, Michael Pennington, Boba Fett, John Ratzenberger. That's just a print of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I really like it. And some more comic books here. These were just Free Comic Book Day ones, including Doctor Who, Mixtape, Grumpy Cat, Captain America. I began to get into Captain America. It seems to be my favourite out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, whereas, well, to be fair, it's the only really one I've seen. But I definitely like his movies because I really liked Civil War. So there comes that, and then there was... this was from last year, Scooby-Doo Team Up. That's Scooby-Doo and the Justice League Team Up, which is a bit weird. This is last year's Doctor Who one. And again, the comic book collection's gone into including Batman, Batman and Robin Eternal, so that's Arkham Knight, a regular Batman, and then Wonder Woman comics down here as well. I just got really into reading them. There's a decent amount in this collection with them. And of course, that was a Batman v Superman advertisement. And then Legend of Wonder Woman, it's another one I got hooked on. And then just other ones there. And then Suicide Squad, that was Free Comic Book Day. Along with, that was just another one I got in the bag. Superman, I don't really collect his comics that much. Poe Dameron, this is a really good comic series. It is focused on the time just before The Force Awakens, when he's searching for Lor San Tekka, so to find the map to Skywalker, and then Obi-Wan and Anakin. That's a good comic book series between Phantom Menace and Attack the Clones, and Vader Down. That's just a series. And this one here, C-3PO, this one revealed how he got the red arm. Tried in holding it off for a while to work it out, and then further down just regular Star Wars, lots of these, and then after that I've got issues of Darth Vader, and towards the bottom issues of Leia. So that was my comic book collection. It's quite a big collection now. Let's put all these back in the box. Yeah, there is another London Comic Con I'm actually planning to go to later this year to get more signed photographs. I'm hopefully going to try and meet Matthew Lillard, who is known for playing Shaggy in the live action Scooby-Doo movie, and also near the bottom there, just behind Poe Dameron, he's in the first Scream movie, so I might try and get that Blu-ray signed by him. So that's another intention I've got for later this year. So there we go, that's one last good view of this collection, because I'm taking some of this home later today. So hope you enjoyed looking at that. It's hard to believe that it's been, because it doesn't feel like that, because that was when we moved in, September 12th, and the date today is May the 20th. That's how much time has passed since I moved in. It literally does not feel like it was that long, but yeah, so that's the last collection pan. It's probably not the last video I'll film in this room, because I'll probably film some more reviews of figures, but I just thought I'd give one last rundown before all this stuff gets packed up to be taken home while it's all still out. So thanks very much for looking at that, and I shall see you next time.